Drew, just kind of looking generally, another tight game here and a good win. But, what does that as a team do for you when you have this many tight games? I mean, kind of all the way back to Texas Southern. You've had a bunch of those. What does that mean for the team as far as you look into the season and the confidence it gives you?
Yeah, I think tight games are kind of scary sometimes, but when you come out on the good side of them, it always kind of brings us closer. And adversity is always good to go through early in the season, because when we find ourselves in the same position late in the season, we're going to be like, okay, we've been here before. Let's just finish this thing out.
Okay, we'll go to Eric.
Drew, where have you seen yourself kind of take a step forward individually this year at the plate from maybe even last year?
There haven't really been changes in swing. My swing's always my swing. I kind of rock with it, but I just feel I'd probably just say more confident up there. I'm seeing the ball well right now, and hitters always go through their streaks where they see the ball well. But I wouldn't say a lot has changed since last year. I would just say I'm seeing the ball really well right now and feel confident.
All right, we'll go back to Keith.
Drew, we talked before in another game about your role as a leadoff guy. Changing the order today, how'd you feel about that? And does it really affect the way you do things up there?
Yeah, I was a little surprised today. I saw my name in the 3 spot, but I knew that he wanted me to be the same guy. He just kind of wanted to move some other guys around. So I just kind of stuck to my approach. And if that's 1 or that's 9 or that's 7, doesn't matter really where it is. I'm just going to try to get on base and score some runs for my team.
We'll go to Don.
Drew, since you guys have since that first weekend down in Arlington, you guys have now won 16 out of 17. And obviously, Oklahoma State's usually one of the top teams in the conference. Can you kind of compare and contrast how y'all felt after the first weekend with how you felt with all the wins you've piled up since?
Yeah, I mean, we were very, very excited going into opening weekend. And then to come out 0-3 was kind of a punch in the gut for us, but it kind of lit a fire under us, and we were pissed off, and we started working hard. And to come in and beat a good Oklahoma State team in a series feels really, really good right now. And especially the first Big 12 series just kind of gives us good momentum.
We'll go to Nico.
Hey, Drew. So your RBI double in the third gave you guys the first lead of the game today. How important is it for you guys to get ahead in these big games?
Yeah, I mean, these big games and pretty much any other game, momentum's a huge thing. So to get ahead, to get an early lead is just a relief at one point, and to get that momentum early and kind of keep building on that throughout the game is really important.
Okay, anything else for Drew? Looks like we've got one more from Keith. Go ahead.
Yeah, Drew, we write and talk about, big games and big moments and that kind of stuff all the time. From your perspective, I mean, is an Oklahoma State series a bigger deal than a UConn series or anything else? I mean, do you get up for it more and more excited for these moments?
Yeah, I mean, every series for us is a big series, but especially Big 12 opening series. We've had some history with Oklahoma State going back to that 2019 team, but we try to treat every series like it's important, but there's always bigger moments and more important moments in these kind of series, especially going into conference stuff.
Jace, how'd you feel just with your last couple of days overall? You had made a handful of big defensive plays yesterday, and today you got the bat going.
Jace is muted also.
Good now?
Yep, you're good.
Just stay within myself and doing what's needed for the team and making plays, and just keeping the energy and the intensity up the whole time on and off the field, and just doing whatever I can for this team.
We'll go to Nico.
Hey, Jace, how does it change your approach at the plate going from batting second all season long to batting cleanup today?
It doesn't matter. When you step in that box, they got to throw that thing across 17 inches, and we're always locked in on that 17.
All right, we'll go to Eric.
It's obviously every series is important. You want to win every game, but how nice and big for y'all is it to get that first series win in the Big 12 right off the bat?
Ginormous. I think it makes everybody's intensity just go up even more, because after Friday night we had a bad taste in our mouth, and we turn around and get 2 wins in a row, and just makes us feel so much better and relaxed, and we can play instead of tensing and after losing one. So just that.
Okay, we'll go back to Don.
Jace, I was curious, when did you find out about Josh getting hurt, and what kind of went through your head at that point?
I found out when my parents got here on I think it was Friday morning, and he's a grinder. It says 6 to 8 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if he's back in 2 to 3. It's just his work ethic is unbelievable, and I just know him, and he's gonna grind back. So I know he'll make it. He'll be okay.
Okay, we'll go to Keith.
Jace, obviously from the pictures we see and your play on the field, emotion and intensity is a part of your game. How important is that, keeping that up to you? And is that a role you have on the team, you think, as far as bringing that to other guys?
Yeah, I would say I love bringing the intensity. Hit, whatever defensive play, someone makes a play, just get fired up, get everybody's intensity up, keeping the dugout up on the feet. Let's go. Let's chatter. And, that's I personally believe that I try my best to keep everybody up. You get out, you know what? Let's go. Next play. So I try to really hone in on keeping the intensity in the dugout up and on the field.
Would you say, sorry, quick follow-up, would you say that intensity is how you flush, negativity, bad things happening for you and for the team?
Yeah, for sure. Just keeping it up, because they gotta come up there and hit too, just like we do. So just intensity, and don't let one bad at bat carry it to the field.
All right, time for just a couple more. We'll go back to Don.
Just kind of following up on that, on your home run trot, as you were coming from second to third, you kind of did the little wave, I guess, to the bleachers to get the noise, a little more noise going, or what was kind of the, or
Yes. Yeah, I was like, let me hear it. Let's go. Let's get up a little bit. Let's keep this thing going.
All right, the game is not on in here. It's on in the club, so got to get this moving. I mean, we got
No spoiler.
of me, and we got some kind of weird cable over here. It's hard to figure it out. Actually, it's not.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started then. Questions for Coach? Go ahead, Don.
Tim, what were you thinking? What's going through your head in the top of the ninth?
Well, let's see. All the confidence in the world, and every guy we ran out there. We could have stayed with any of them, and I'd been fine with it. Queen, definitely. Girton, definitely. I mean, kid's throwing 96 miles an hour, got a chopper, and just a baseball play. And obviously Bridges came in and picked us up, as far as finishing the inning. And so as far as, I look at it as every opportunity and every situation kind of presents a chance for these guys to grow and develop. And I think it was exactly that for all of them. How'd you see it? What were you thinking?
Well, if you'll allow me one quick follow-up. When you decide to make the change at 2-0 with the bases loaded, how much pressure obviously is there on Bridges he's got to throw a
Yeah,
strike.
it's I was 2 pitches late, I can tell you that. If you're going to make the move, but really, he just I guess he's got ice water in his veins. That's pretty cool to see. And the 2-1 pitch was a pitch that I think if a professional hitter's in there, I think it's 3-1. It was a fastball up out of the zone, and guy got over aggressive, which happens in moments like that in college baseball games. And glad he threw it close enough where the guy fouled it off.
All right, we'll go to Eric Kelly.
By the way, Coach, just went to halftime, so you're good.
Okay, good deal.
What do you like about your team's ability to kind of flush Friday and be able to bounce back and win 2 straight against a really good Oklahoma State team this weekend?
Yeah, we faced some really good arms this weekend. All those guys they threw out there didn't give in any count. They did a great job of pitching. Proud of our guys, their resiliency and the way they persevered through the weekend. Today was one of those games that you kind of knew was going to come down to the end, and glad we came out on the right side of it.
Okay, we'll go to Nico.
Hey, Coach, what was it about today's game that made you want to shift around the top of that lineup, in particular moving Jung to clean up?
Well, it's that's a lineup that we have used. We haven't used it in a while, or at least pieces of it, and we really like that group of guys. When the right-left combination, wouldn't mind running that group out there against a left-hander. They all can hit left-handers. Just really felt like Dylan and Cal could get on base, and obviously Baker's been swinging the bat really well. The cool thing is about over the last couple of weeks, and he's really made them play defense. Like he's bunted some, he's taken some pitches and done a really good job in the leadoff spot. But his at bats have been tough, and obviously he drives the first run in today with 2 outs to set it up for Jace. And Jace, got a pitch in the middle of the plate and made a good swing on it. And again, it's you try to do the best you can with that. And them going right-handed made that a little easier than left-handed. That's a lineup that we've ran them out there against in different combinations maybe, but against our guys, and they give them a hard time.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go back to Don.
Tim, considering this weekend was Big 12 opener and the rivalry, the great games that y'all have had with Oklahoma State over the years, how did intensity this weekend compare to how it has been the last few weeks?
Yeah, I don't know if intense is the right word for us as far as that goes. A baseball game's 9 innings. There's a lot of pitches thrown in a baseball game. I think it benefits us to not get too high, not get too low, and play the pitch in front of us. And so as far as it really, to me, a baseball game's a baseball game, whether it's a conference game, Don, or whether it's a game against somebody else. I mean, we want to play the game the right way and respect the game. And again, try to do the best you can in that moment.
Go back to Eric.
Coach, how big was it for you to get some distance inning-wise from both Ryan and Andrew today?
Yeah, Andrew really made some big pitches. Ryan really made some big pitches, both those guys. Andrew came in the middle of an inning, if my memory serves me correctly, and made some really big pitches. And it was important, obviously. Now, we still had – obviously, you still got some guys down there. You got our midweek, got started Monday in Hampton. You got Levi down there. You got Decatus down there. There were still bullets in the bullpen, but it definitely made it where Mason's, going 3 1/3 wasn't that big a deal, and wasn't that bat, by the way, by the Merle kid. I mean, that was worth the price of admission right there. I mean, if you're a baseball fan and you saw that, you gotta appreciate, the toughness that kid brought to that at bat. And also on Mason's side.
All right, we're almost out of time. We'll go back to Keith.
Coach, this was game 20. You didn't get a Big 12 series last year. You only got through 19 in 2020. I mean, how does it feel? You're appreciating them a little bit more right now as you get into territory you didn't get to find in a tough year last year?
Yeah, I think everything about it. I mean, I think people being in the ballpark this weekend at 75% capacity, if that's what it was, people getting to enjoy a baseball game, our guys getting to enjoy a baseball game, our guys every day getting to go to practice. I mean, all that was something that was taken away from everybody. Anything that you had a passion for was kind of taken away from you. And these guys really do love playing baseball. They love preparing. And yeah, absolutely, it's sweeter every time you get to put that uniform on.
All right, and we'll finish up with Eric.
Coach, I guess while we have you, you're down 2 at halftime. You got a quick second half prediction?
We're going to turn up the defense, baby. That's what's about to happen. Like it's about to go on shutdown. Yeah. Shutdown. That's what I got. And like as far as I hadn't watched any of the game. Let's see. I mean, we'll hit some shots. They'll free it up here in a minute.
John, if you want to.
They start shooting like Curry, like no fear. Just throw that thing up there and it goes in.
John, if you want to finish this off, go ahead.
Hey, Tim, when you were running down the guys that were left in the bullpen and whatnot, I don't think you mentioned Hayden Key. And
yeah, he's in there. I just missed it. Sorry about that.
With him not pitching this weekend, though, there's nothing wrong with him.
No, sir.
Okay.
And he was an option to start the ninth. And we, obviously Queens closed a bunch of games and we could have brought Hayden in there. Absolutely right there. Off the top of my head, sometimes I forget some of them. I'm appreciate you reminding me.
Well, there's a bunch of them.
That's good. That's a good thing.